Alright, so, having finished off the assault upon your position, you took a moment to rest, gather yourselves, heal up, and gather all of the loot, cleaning it off as whatnot, spending spells to recuperate yourselves to the best of your abilities. And spent the night camping here as had originally been planned.
Again.
So,
I'll summon a cottage in the meantime, well, for the overnight.
yes. So you all have yourselves a nice little rest, and in the morning, you all wake up and notice that Sunny is a bit bigger than she was the night before. What do you do?
I'm going to do nothing because that doesn't surprise me. Nor does it upset me because I'm the same size. So all I'll say to Selenia is, you're looking good.
Strange dreams.
Late growth spurt?
Big lady.
Something like this isn't too unusual.
Oh, yes. It'd be interesting to have three dragons of this size rumbling around the battlefield.
Exerting oneself so does tend to lead to growth, just a little bit more dramatic sometimes. Okay, what's going on with Mr. Prisoner?
I don't know, but before that, I believe you said you could aid in healing me.
Yes. Let's do that. Does anybody still have any stat problems other than Janet's ears?
Well, I've got the drain from charisma, but other than that, no.
The drain would involve a restoration, I believe, in which case we're going to need, believe it's 1,000 golden crushed diamond or it's 100 golden crushed diamonds.
Depends what for, I think.
Yeah, it's 1,000 for level drain, but it's 100, I believe, for yeah, it's 100. It's 100 for that, and it will repair drain on one stat.
That's fine. I've got 2 in a single stat. So
did we? I know we were talking about spending money on getting regions and stuff like that. I don't remember what we ended up deciding though.
I don't think they were readily available. I think we were going to get some once we got to a larger city. Was most likely what I remember. Something like that.
The only thing I know we've got on order is those headbands, isn't it?
Yep, we do, but we also have a bags of gems from Alma. If any of those are diamonds, we could, and we do have a lot of. We have your hammer. You can definitely make diamond dust. Would that work, Pethrax?
I don't think any of them are diamonds. I know we have a lot of gems in Artemis carrying. We've got sapphires, pearls, jet, onyx, garnets.
Yeah, so you've got, if you look at the bank totals, I think that is everything that is currently in Artemis's bag of holding.
Yeah, didn't Alma give each of us a bag of gems worth 2,500 gold?
Yes. I don't
know. Are any of those gems diamonds?
I can double check, but did any of you spend that?
I kept the money at the moment. I kept the money in favor of getting the new headband.
Yeah, I think we all just gave our money over
because other than
the headband order to whatever we've got.
I'm broke. I got 1 gold and 5 platinum.
Okay. Roll me a percentile, and I'll be right back.
Oh yes, but a flesh wound.
All right, we'll call it a draw.
Silence! I kill you.
It's just a scratch. You got no arm. Okay. That is. Everything has now been added. So if I want to play for a minute, I can give you a 10 feet increase to your movement speed. Land speed, though. So I have 39 performance rounds per day now.
Okay. Selenia, I'm going to need you to roll another percentile.
Okay, I did roll the 17 the first time. Rolling again.
All right, so your bag of gems. Let's see, each one was 500. So your bag was actually a little different from everyone else's. Yours contained 5 large gems, 3 of them being diamond. 1 was a black pearl, and the other was a topaz.
Okay, so I'm going to write down some changes.
So that is 1,500 gold worth of diamond for you.
Right, but it needs to be crushed. So I'm assuming if we can make sure we can put this into a nice, safe place, I'm assuming Jareth can hammer the diamond into dust. Given what his hammer does to buildings.
Everything. Everything. Buildings
given time.
Do it to a staircase. Think of what it can do to a diamond.
We have time, I guess.
Okay.
Just don't
I
bring
mean,
down
I don't
my
really
shelter.
mind. Like, again, like, if you want to wait, again, this it isn't a big deal. This isn't on a main stat for me. I'm fine to keep this damage for the moment. If you want to just get on with what we're doing, because we still got to deal
The
with
choice is yours. This is what needs to be done in order to cure it.
Nah, it's only a -1 on something. It's fine. It's not a main stat.
Get it crushed. We get it crushed in Catapass.
Exactly.
Yeah, or whatever. But yeah,
We find a cleric that's willing to do stuff for a little price.
Yeah, let's deal with the person here
Let's get there.
first, I guess.
Let's survive first, then we'll deal with it later.
Okay, good enough.
Just a note, for restoration, you would only need to use 100 gold worth of diamond dust.
Yes. Unless it was negative, unless we're dealing with negative level drain. Yep.
Correct. And that's only for a permanent negative level, not temporary. All right. So you all arise and you decide to resume your journey to Katapesh.
Well, we have to deal with prisoner
Interrogation.
first.
We need to use what's known as enhanced interrogation techniques.
Cause,
I can stick his maw in its face.
Well, no, I was just thinking, can anyone create water?
We're at an oasis.
We'll just
No, just-
drag him to water.
Well, no, you can. But remember, you can just suddenly.
Now, what is it Sofa
All on
said,
top of him.
George? When it came to waterboarding, what was it? Polite waterboarding, was it he said, or something?
I will assume Selenia is busy preparing for the regeneration spell, which will take an hour casting time, while everyone else does what they're doing with their with the prisoner. So that way, Selenia is not necessarily directly involved in what's going on there.
Is that your way of saying I'm not going to interfere with any prisoner torture?
That's my way of saying don't make it too loud to distract her from that.
Yeah,
In other words,
Eliza wouldn't be.
I'm going over here
involved
to
in
do something.
interrogation. That's not her thing.
Don't let me see it or hear it, otherwise I'm going to have to interact. So just do it quietly. That was the word. That was what he
say
put.
that much.
Gentle waterboarding. That was what he said.
Does anyone
Yeah.
have like the was it the zone of silence that like you can't hear anything in 20 feet?
Yeah, well, I would be. Well, I'd that case be with.
I can provide the intimidation, I guess.
Artemis can too. Artemis is pretty intimidating.
Or Artemis could provide the intimidation. So who wants to play good cop and who wants to be playing bad cop?
I bite.
Who's the? So you're the worst.
Well, there we go.
cop.
There we go. Artemis wants to be bad cop because she bites.
There's Batter Cop. There's also Batter Cop.
Okay, she's bad cop. Jared, which one do you want to play?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if this casting time thing's an hour, I presume I'd be with Selenia doing that, because just to.
I don't know. I don't know if he needs to be there just at the end or whether he needs to be there at the beginning. That's a Pethrax question.
I'd presume.
Let's have a look at my
presume for the
diplomacy.
whole casting period, maybe.
Yes,
What
Jaren
about
does
my
have to
intimidation?
sit still.
That's fine. I will go into the normal relative pose that I do
So-
when I am.
Tattoo.
So is this kind of like a Mr. Potato Head Selenia sitting here holding the ears up to Jareth's face, saying, "Just wait a while. It's gonna dry. Just need to wait a while. It'll dry. It'll dry."
It's more like if when a bit of a pot breaks off and you're just like kind of painting like stuff around back on, just waiting for it to dry. You're just like, don't fall off, don't fall off.
So basically, Jaren is holding his ears to his head, while Selenia chants and makes arcane mystical gestures while wielding her divine focus.
And superglue.
Yes. You even.
Oh, I'm going to walk over. I'm going to
dragon
walk over.
superglue.
I'm going to walk over to the prisoner.
Yeah, he is awake.
I'm going to
But,
bend down to him. I'm going to offer him, if we've got any scraps of food, I'll offer him some food and then a small glass of a little bit of water or something, because obviously we're not going to be necessarily being that unpolite to start with. And I will use my diplomacy, and I'll ask him. I'll ask him, who are you and what do you want with us? And I'll roll diplomacy. Oh god, that's crap.
My name is Jamila. I'm simply a sellsword.
So why did you target us? Just because you were hired to? No answer, eh? Well, Sellsword.
Sorry,
Shall
my son has decided that he doesn't want to leave. He wants to be with us. So
He wants to be said.
Oh,
More the merrier.
he's chosen a good crowd. You'll train him well, Pathrax.
Absolutely. This is the start.
When you're older, you'll be playing Pathfinder.
One day he'll be an even better DM than you.
that's not saying much.
That's insulting to me.
Well, that's even less difficult.
Anyways, I will resume where I kind of cut off. My name is Jamil. I'm simple sellsword. The Knoll sent word to my current retainer and paid for us to join you, or to join their forces in attacking you for the scroll.
Oh, the scroll. And who sent the gnolls? Do you know? Did they say?
The Knoll that you killed, her name was Shees. She was one of the wives of the Carrion King. She wished vengeance for your murder.
Well, she's going to join him now.
Seraph's just going to say, "Who's the Carrion King?"
Oh, a very, very bad person that we eliminated a while before you joined us.
Oh, okay.
What else do we wish to do? Is there anybody else likely to jump us, or was just them?
This was the only group that I know of.
Come on, guys. What else do we want to know?
I'm not currently there.
Tell me crazy. How much were you paid to do this?
Well,
Seraph's going to ask, how much were you paid for this little job of yours?
since I know you've stripped me of my goods, we used it to equip ourselves, and all I had left was 40 gold.
So you're in need of money then, is that right?
I mean, if you are letting me live, yes?
I'll look at everyone and go, seems that you are all being hunted. Him alone is not going to be of much use, and if he doesn't return anyway, they're going to assume that we killed him. Either way, they'll know that you're alive. What if we gave this poor little man some gold, and he goes and tells this person that we are no longer a worry? It would certainly take the attention off of us.
Considering the person that hired them is dead.
Well, he said it was one of the wives that he knew of. So who would he go back to?
So,
If we let you live and let you go, where would you go? What would you do? Your comrades have been dispatched. Your employees have been dispatched. Where would you go?
I think you're missing the point of what I was trying to say.
No,
No,
sorry,
she's
I
not.
couldn't
No, I've
reply
not.
myself.
No, I've not missed the point at all, Seraph. I'm asking him where he'd go because we know he was sent by one person, which we've killed. One of the wives of the Carrion King. His group is dead, so is there anybody else he will go to, or is he just on his own now? Because if he's on his own...
Who was the Carrion King's wife?
Was it that sorceress?
I don't remember anyone telling us that we'd killed that he. I don't remember him saying that we'd killed the Carrion King's wife. She sent them. She hired them to kill us.
Hang on a minute then. Can we have a clarification, please, DM?
Okay, sorry. My son changed his mind, decided he no longer wants to be here.
Oh.
Anyways, so Jamila will reply to Meredith. She was the client, but the person who I work for is Father Jackal. He is the one I would report to. He is the one who hired us out to her. And money is not really going to save my life in this case. If I go back and report that I've killed you, I had better have the scroll, or he will kill me for being so stupid as to leave it on your dead bodies, when that is what we were sent to retrieve. But money could assist me in escaping him, in starting in a new town, but it would be a decent amount, given that I have no armor, no arms to defend myself in this wilderness.
I will look at Sheriff and I will say, I think, if you do not mind, I would like to have a little word with my comrades here. See what we can do for you. Seeing as you're in a bit of a tight spot and we hold the cards. And then I'm going to put it to everybody so that we could give him a little bit of gold and we could give him maybe some of the armor so he's got a bit of protection and whatnot, and he goes on his way not to go back to where he was because he's going to get killed, and I think he's telling the truth.
I love how none of us thought to do a sense motive on that.
No, I was just thinking we haven't done a sense. I haven't done a sense motive.
None of us have done it.
You're right, actually. So, right, no. So that's what I'm saying. If he's telling, so if he's telling the truth, that's what we do. Because if he's going to get killed, we don't need to say to anybody, "Oh, we're dead." We just move on. She's got to get word from somewhere that we're still alive.
Yeah, but
if they're dead, then we've killed them. Then we have become more of an enemy, more formidable.
If Seraph's going to say, what about if I made a fake? I could give him. I could give him a rolled up piece of paper with magical runes written on it.
Yeah, like that's gonna fly.
And I'll look and say it would have to be very, very conceivably good to pass. I'm going to presume that this Noel knows his magic, and even if he doesn't, the lady who's hired him certainly will.
Like creating a fake spell in and of itself.
We only need the distraction for a little while to get to Karapesh and get back home.
I agree.
They're all still alive after that. It doesn't matter. we'll have accomplished the job.
I agree with the logic that if they think we're dead, then it's better for us. It's just making sure that we can get that message without killing him.
But only bought time. We give him a fake scroll, he takes it back. It'll take time for them to realise that it's not a fake. That it's a fake. That gives us time to complete our job. Time that we would otherwise potentially be hunted and risk losing the real scroll.
Okay. So I think, so now if I cast message as a cantrip, I think it's cantrip, isn't it?
Yes.
I believe in my one's cantrip, the cantrip
There's
variation.
a cantrip one which is a very short distance, then there's like the message spell, which is much.
Yeah,
further.
no, it's the cantrip one that I've got. I have to. Do I have to say the words out loud, or do I have to say them in my head?
I think it's internal.
Because I want to send a message to Selenia.
What does the spell say?
I've got the message.
It says VSF.
Means
the
there's a
component.
vocal component.
You can whisper message and receive whispered replies.
There you go.
Those
So
nearby can hear these messages with a DC 25
to speak the
perception check.
message. There it is. To speak the message, you must mouth the words and whisper.
And you have to point your finger at the creature you want to receive the message.
Just turn around and step a few places away, and then.
Yeah, so I'm going to just
to
step
hear.
away from. I'm just going to say 1 moment, and I'm going to move a couple of paces away, which I can't do because I can't pick my character up. So I'll move away from the party for a moment. I'll point at Selenia, and I will say to Selenia, Seraph wishes to send this prisoner back to the one who sent him with a fake scroll and a message that we are dead, so that it gets us off our backs. I think there is merit in this idea, but as leader, I wonder, what do you think?
I have concerns as to how well it would work.
Well, yeah, I've got the same. Yes, okay.
I believe that's all I can really do with message.
You can whisper a reply.
You can whisper a reply. I mean, this thing can go on
That's
very
what I said. I have concerns as to how well that would work.
Yes, I have concerns too, but Seraph seems to think she can pull it off.
It would take time to make the copy. Perhaps take the time. I have to do this anyway. See how convincing of a copy that can be made.
Okay. Yes, I agree. And then I'll go back to Seraph and say, if you think you can make a really very good copy, one that, as you say, would take them a while to fathom, well, we have a while to go before we can leave due to Jaren's condition, so shall we make this copy? We'll see what we come up with.
Indeed. Who here would say that they are magically gifted?
Yes, everyone.
Yes.
Except Jaren.
Who here is the most?
I've got a different kind of magic. You know it.
You only have one spell, and that's cast death.
Who here is the most gifted in the magical arts?
Well, the two natural sorceresses, I suppose, would be myself or Artemis.
Yeah, because I'm only a half caster, so my strength will never be as much as.
Okay, I'll need to borrow the two of you then.
Oh, George.
Smack! It deals a lot of damage.
What? Yes. What is our part to play in this, Seraph? Our magical abilities, is that so that we may
Well,
Pathrax?
the scroll is going to have to feel powerful.
It's going to have to pass the test of when somebody tries to detect magic. They don't go blind for a while, because that's what it did to everyone else who did it.
Yeah, it was a stun. Like it would be far stronger than what any one of us can do.
Thing is,
Yes,
can
but
you guys even create scrolls? Like, do you even have? Are you even able to do that? Like, because
Well, no,
you're not a wizard.
Seraph is the one that.
if I don't
Seraph
have the spell, I can certainly take the spell.
I can read. I think I can read magic.
Well, I can read magic.
I can read magic. I can comprehend languages. I can't write magic. I can't duplicate it.
Here's
No,
something for you. Making a scroll actually has rules. You have
Yeah,
to
it's
have the
called
feat scribe scroll.
yeah, which all
Exactly.
wizards get as standard, and I don't think that any of you have.
Not a
No, well,
single
I'm
wizard in the party.
No,
No, well,
and the
that's what I'm saying.
yeah, and even the magus doesn't, even though they work
Well,
similarly.
then we can't do that, then, can we? And it's going to be, well, I can't do it, so I don't quite follow. I was taking it that Sarah said she could do it, so.
Yep. Same.
Yeah,
So if Sarah said she could do it, I was going with it. But then when we find out she can't, I can't do it because I'm not a wizard and I don't have the ability. I shall ask Artemis if she
Yeah,
has
isn't
the
there-
ability to scribe scroll.
Isn't there a spell that you can take?
It's a feat, I believe.
scribe scroll.
I thought there was a spell that you could do.
For what? To create a fake thing, like.
Well, so, like write magic.
Yeah, it's a feat.
I thought it was a spell. My bad.
There's read magic, and there's spells which require writing to be used, like what's it? It's like the writing ward or whatever it's called. But no, but to
There's-
create a magical scroll or a book or something of paper requires the scribe scroll feat. For any magic item creation, for arms, armor, staffs, rings, whatever.
wands, etc. Yeah, there's a craft
Yeah.
wondrous item feat. It tends to be the most popular one.
I
Yeah,
don't think
yeah.
she can do that.
It's not a feat that we. I think it's something we looked at, but we never ended up
No,
doing.
it's
I thought I'd read somewhere on the spell list that there was a spell that you could take that allows you to like write magic, but
I think it's a feat.
I might have a suggestion for Artemis at level 11, but that's not going to help us today.
Right, well, we can't do that idea. So then we draw back to the planet, and the best thing we can do is either is just let him run. We can't. There's no way we're going to get a message back to the person we want to get a message to. If they think he's dead, they'll either send another party to us, or unless he can start putting Chinese whispers out.
How many days out are we? I think it's only one, right? Okay. Well, when I'm done with Jareth, I will, Jaren, I will offer my input.
same as much as I can say, as much as I can input.
Well, yeah. So we'll say, okay, just have to wait for Selenia to help us sort this one out.
Shall we move forward then?
Yes. So we just move into that point. How come there are two pictures of Jared on the screen?
Somebody cloned him.
He's just too powerful.
Are there?
Huh.
Where?
Check Pathrak's picture, because according to me, there's two Jareds on the pictures.
Yeah, I can see that.
No, that's because he selected my character as me. So, for example,
I could just imagine.
Oh, George!
hello.
I've just got the image now. Was it? All I can think of is just was it Pokemon with Team Rocket, and it's just like, was there just like prepare for trouble and make a double?
Yeah, definitely.
That's what
Yeah,
I can
trouble
imagine.
making
There's two
trouble.
Jarens.
I'll be right back.
To protect the world from devastation.
technically,
To unite all worlds within our nation. To denounce the evils of truth and love. To extend our reach to the stars above. I hate you for mentioning this. Because now I have to recite it, but I'm doing it in my head now.
I'm just amazed that you know it.
Guys, I'm just throwing this out there, right? We've just leveled up, haven't we?
Yes.
No, we leveled up.
Could Seraph take the scribe scrolls feat?
No. Nope, we're an
No,
odd,
because it's
we're
every
an-
other level odd numbers.
We're an even level. The last feat would have been level 9.
Not unless you're a fighter, which I don't think you are. And even if you
Oh, there are some gives you.
there are some classes that give you bonus feats, but generally they have limitations for they have to be combat feats. With most of the ones that do.
Or
I'm just
Nope.
gonna get that.
The only thing you got,
Three.
Seraph, is your first 4th level spell slot.
and fighter training,
Yes. Which
but that doesn't matter.
means you count half of your Magus level as fighter levels for the purpose of qualifying for feats like weapon specialization, critical focus, etc.
Yeah. Well, there's no point in me leveling up Seraph because, I'm guessing as soon as we get to Karapesh, that's when I'll introduce my new character.
Pretty much.
You never.
Yeah.
Plus,
So-
4th level Magus spell and not going to be very useful at this point.
Yeah.
In fact, Jesse and Jay then. Jesse and James then.
ice cream.
Absorb rune. Would that have worked?
Would Jaren and I be able to interact at this point?
Yeah, we'll say that it takes you a couple minutes to do the original interrogation, and then you guys are like, okay, well, we've got some ideas, but we want Seleni's input. Wait a bit. Selenia finishes regenerating poor Jaren's ears. And there you go.
You make them look like a perfect copy of what they were, or do you manipulate them to look like something else?
What?
In other words, do you improve upon the shape of his
I put
ears?
them on right side up.
He puts them back to front, so he puts the left on the right, or he puts them
Thing is,
downward.
no, because I put them, so I did it. No, denied.
I'm an artist. I can do that.
I will suicide this character and make your macros irrelevant. I'll do it. I'll waste all your time. Don't think I won't.
I'll
Jared will play the ears.
I'll give this one a
Jaren,
drug habit to
Of
go
all
after
of the
dragons as
empty
well.
threats, that's the most empty because you have to realize I've got Jack in my campaign. If I was worried about wasting my time, I wouldn't have included him.
Fair. That's fair.
I love that. Jack is being used as the example of like, oh yeah, what could you possibly do? That
Jack
he
is
hasn't
the low bar to which we are all aspired, and he left. Rip.
already?
F
Oh, he's
chat
back.
was.
He's back.
Oof.
Okay. So I look forward to the picture of Jared with bunny ears.
You can look forward to it all you want. Not canon.
Oh, definitely canon.
No way. But,
There you go.
Perfect.
What did you do?
Chicken artwork and memes.
Oh no.
that is truly art.
I was still thinking it'd just be amusing. Was it because like Jaren's like elven ears, just have them upside down, or just pointing downwards?
All right. Just to get caught up, to get Selenia caught up. What was discussed? What's the current opinion?
So we found out that he was sent by the Knoll King, who was working for one of the wives of the.
No. He works for Father Jackal,
That's it, Father Jackal.
Who took a request from one of the Carrion King's wives.
I was thinking of the word Carrion King's wives. If we send him back without the scroll, he will die.
What was their signal if the mission was successful?
Have the scroll.
They would have the scroll.
Right. Now, was there to be a flare or something done so they would know to expect victory, or to know to send reinforcements or anything like that? Was there any signal?
I think this was just hey, go kill them. You'll get paid well. I don't think it was that.
If they were this organized to send this many groups and with mages, it sounds like they would have contingencies prepared.
Okay, well, I'll go back to him, and I'll say, if you'd been successful, and we had been slain, and you had the scroll, how would they have known? What was the signal? Or was it just a case of bring it back?
It was just bring it back, and there were only 4 of us. The rest were the Knoll's personal forces.
Know they were coming?
So they triple booked the job.
If a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well.
Yeah, they put a contingency plan in.
So we just let him go.
I'm quite happy to let him go. I'm quite happy to pack him on his way.
Give him a sword.
I have an alternate suggestion.
What?
We give him... He carries a flag of truce. We send him to Alma. Offer Alma's protection to keep him alive. And he, in exchange, can give information on the forces that were sent and his employers.
Suppose they could always do with another hired sword.
They could certainly use him, as Eliza says.
If he has information...
And he would be, if he had enough information for them that they wanted... And the fact it would also tip them off that there was a wife of the Carrion King that was not happy with this, which could in turn put Calmarine in the firing line.
Exactly. I will.
Okay.
I'll speak with them in this case here.
Yes. So I'll say come, and I will take him to see you.
Everyone, please watch him. And give your honest opinion on whether or not you believe he can be trusted. When he is asked to vow that he will do as he's told.
When he does that, I'll do a sense motive. Maybe I'm not the only one that does that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So approaching the prisoner. Given that you have helped us, and given the dangerous situation you're in, I would like to offer you a potential for protection. We traveled from Calmarine, at where there is a trade princess who we can put you in contact with, who may be able to offer you protection in exchange for the information you provided us. However, given your reputation, I need a solemn oath from you that you will do as you're told, you will not return to this group, or... How can we best put this?
Or brother.
If you deceive us, if there is any treachery, then your life is forfeit. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you agree to these terms?
I get to live? That's good enough for me. I'm no villain. I'm just a simple
You're doing
mercenary.
what you need to survive. We're offering you a method of doing that.
Yes, I will absolutely go to. All I ask is maybe a water skin and some way to defend myself against the wilds. It is many days to get to Kelmarine from here.
About one.
Still, the desert is dangerous.
Oh no! I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. Looking to everyone else, what their thoughts are. I'm going to do a sense motive as well, but Selenia is not very good at it.
I believe it.
I'll shrug my shoulders
I can't
because
think of a reason why it might be
I can't think of a reason why not, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Do we still have any of the loot that we haven't personally taken yet?
I mean, there's all the armor and shit that like we haven't like divvied out necessarily. Like, we could give him like the +1 leather and the scimitar and
Yeah.
a skin. And
that sort of thing. That's
I don't think we want to give him back the heavy plate and the bastard sword.
No, the leather and the scimitar should be enough.
We need a note that we can also give to Alma saying what we've agreed, and hopefully they will.
First of all, what opinion are we under with the sense motive checks?
So, all of you get kind of the same sense. He is absolutely telling the truth. He is not stupid. He has no belief that lying at this point would do anything other than get him killed.
Yeah, I mean, he's a mercenary just like us. He's just doing a paid job, you know.
And the fact that there are two, possibly a third dragon, and he's seen the devastation and felt the devastation that Jaren can inflict. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
He knows when he's outclassed.
Yeah, he felt all 10-foot scrape along the sand unconscious outclassed.
And probably heard the screaming of his friends dissolving in the acid pit below.
And I think I did like a 49 or something on the intimidation check on him or something.
Something stupid
And the
like
fact
that.
that I one-shot his wizard with one arrow.
Right. So
Enough.
we'll give him the letter and the flag.
And
We'll give him the leather armor and the scimitar.
They had their own water skins and stuff originally as well, which I'm assuming is in there, but wasn't bothered to be listed.
Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah,
Give him his water
he can
skin
have
back so he can have some water and he can
Ration.
gather some food from the bushes or whatever nearby, in the oasis, and then he can be on his way.
Yeah.
And you know,
Make haste so your former friends don't find you.
Yeah.
You'll have no more trouble from us. And there's a note to Alma saying, we ask, of course, his name, and a note to Alma saying, this is somebody sent by the Jack. What was it? Jackal? What?
the Jackal.
The Jackal.
Jack Father, or whatever.
Father
One
Jackal.
of the Carrion King's wives to collect our cargo. He is the only survivor. He will provide information. Perhaps you can make use of his services. He is not a prisoner.
All right. So,
And give that letter to him.
all right. So he
I think
takes
I
the
can-
gear that you
I
provide.
think we can
note?
change. Well, I think we can change the thing. I'm just actually testing that I can.
Okay. Well, if someone would like
What is
to,
it? Which bit needs to be changed? Just putting all the new loot
Yeah,
into it.
yeah, we can edit. Yeah, I can edit that.
Perfect. So yeah, if
Can
someone
you do
wanted
that?
to handle that, minus whatever you guys have agreed to give him, he will take the preferred gear and make all due haste to disappear. But he will make a note. He will make one passing comment. There are no friends of mine. The only ones left of my band were with me. My employer, I doubt, would send anyone else. So I do not believe that there's any need for concern. But all in all, I am gone. And he will rapidly depart.
With that, we should probably leave as well.
Yes, I agree, Selenia. We should make haste. I suggest that unless we have any particular reason to stop, we try and get to Kashapesh in one go.
Is there any way we? How far away are we at this point?
It's about 1 day's worth of travel, so about 8 to 10 hours.
Unless we can go any faster, then let's go. I mean, at this point, flying is potentially an option, but that's going to get more attention. But we're already
hot.
We're already being hunted.
Yeah, we've done. Yeah, we stealthed our way to here, and we were followed somehow. So, getting to Kashapesh is our goal. Getting the item into the acquired hand is a go. And then after that, if anyone wants to take us on, we don't have the item they seek.
Well,
we are more than capable of taking them out, and we have time in Kashapesh to do what we need to do.
As a large, I would be able to carry one person. Seraph has wings, so that's flight there. Meredith and Artemis can also fly. We would lose the horses, but we could as a group go by flight.
Could Meredith carry anybody? I don't think she can she?
Is she large?
I think I'm still a medium. I don't think I'm a large.
No, you had a large dragon icon during the fight.
Yeah, maybe I have grown then.
A large.
But how long does your thing last? Is that like...
It lasts as long as I want it to.
A large should be able to carry a medium without problem.
No offense, I still would not.
You don't want to be
carrying
carried.
me. You're not carrying me. I will ride with the horses and stick with them. If you guys want to fly on ahead, be my guest.
I'll say to Meredith, what would you like to do? Would you like to fly or would you want to ride? I can carry
I'm not
you.
Leaving anyone behind. I won't leave anyone behind. If he prefers not to fly, I understand. We'll stay on foot.
Fine, we'll stay. We'll get the horses. Ready to go. Let's go.
No use talking about it. Let's just go.
Seraph.
Yes.
Did you use Jolt as a lookout whilst you were tracking us from Kashapesh? Is that how you followed us?
Yes.
Do you think he might do that again for us? And be our lookout?
Well, no, I flew with Jolt behind you. I've been I've been with you ever since you left.
I'm asking. I didn't know whether you were going to stay on foot and send him looking and be the eyes, or whether you wanted to go with him. But however you tracked us, I'm saying, would Jolt look out for us while we ride to Kashapesh?
Indeed, I will scout for you.
Thank you. Right then. Let's do this.
Oh wait, can I ask who took stuff from the party thing? Who took like a ring of protection, a cloak of resistance, etc.?
I did.
I said I wanted a ring of protection and I wanted the belt, but I was waiting for it to be discussed.
Let's type it.
I think I've already got something special, so I don't think I want the Mastercraft. Is the Mastercraft backpack any? Is it just a better version of a normal backpack?
It gives a +1 strength when considered as far as carrying capacity for the backpack.
Because I've got a handy haversack, so I'll keep that then.
Yeah. But as far as, it's just basically treat your strength as 1 higher if you have a Masterwork backpack.
No, I've got the handy haversack, so I'll keep the handy haversack. I was also saying that I think the potions and the wand of cure wounds should be sort of spread amongst the party so that we have protections against you going down. If Selenia should fall, then we've got ways of getting her or the party back up.
Okay.
That's my thinking, anyway.
Okay, alright. Anyhow, I think I've added everything in, I think. I've left the 3 full plate because you're not like wearing it, Selenia, so it can just stay in here for now.
Mm.
But I think that's everything.
Is everybody happy for me to take that belt and a ring?
I've got no complaints.
And that is what I shall do. Thank you very much.
I think that's everything entered.
Alright. So, I'll need someone to roll me a percentile.
I will percentile twice today. Somebody else can have the honor.
I'll do it.
Alright. You guys make it to Katapesh without incident.
Excellent.
All right. So, you all know that the city of Katapesh is the second largest city in the Inner Sea region, a sprawling, bustling port that forms the central hub of all trade for this entire nation. This is, of course, governed by the mysterious group known as the Pact Masters. You know that the markets of Katapesh are notorious for their eclectic contents and almost anarchic organization and government. If something can be bought or sold, it will be found in Katapesh.
If I may ask, Pethrax, I don't know if you recall, but when I first started and Selenia was sent out to be escorted out here, she did talk with some of the pack masters. Where would that have been in this map?
Okay, that would have been... Let me see here. Just gotta find the marketplace here. That would be here in the inner city. Basically, it is its own walled section.
Okay. Good to know. Okay. We might, in case we're going back there at some point. Don't necessarily want to trust them with telling them about the scroll, but if might be some information that we can pass along, or might want to go back there at some point. Thank you.
Not a problem.
We're coming in through Dawngate.
Yes, you would arrive through the Dawn Gate, which is here in the north.
Thank you. I believe, Meredith, you said you had the contacts. Perhaps if you can lead the way.
I have family here, although my mother will be so joyed to see me. But I can lead us there. I know where their shop is. So, I'll lead her to a first point of safety. I shall take it to my parents' shop. That'll go down well.
Hey, Mom, I'm home. I brought some friends. Can they stay over?
Well, my dad will be a little bit happier to see me probably, but although he won't actually acknowledge it. But she'll not like it, especially if I've got dragons with me.
Yeah, was about to ask.
But then I'm going to say that's fine because that's a fuck you to her. Look, I've made friends with dragons, real ones.
In that case, I think an alternate form would be ideal here.
I do actually.
It'd probably be. I mean, it would probably be useful just for getting around the bustle of the city, regardless of anything else.
I'll say in her
large.
case. Yeah. I'll say that in her case, it would be best if they went into some sort of human form, and nobody mentioned about me turning into dragon freely, please. She doesn't like it. Less of that mention, the better.
So, Meredith, how's that whole dragon thing going along?
I'll glare at you.
No, it's fine.
I'll give you a dragon death stare.
Okay, so where the hell are we going?
That would be my thing, I think. It's an enhancement bonus. I thought it might be 2 decks. 1, 2.
Okay, so you having lived here, you would be able to obviously find your way to your parents' house pretty easily, and either you or them could ask around to people you know and easily learn the location of Rehan.
And what about the place to pick up our stuff that we've commissioned?
I'm guessing that was sent to my mother, so she'll know we were coming.
Good enough.
Yep. So you go home, have a heartfelt reunion, lots of love, cookies, embarrassing stories about Meredith as a child.
Mother looking like she was completely relentless and not enjoying 1 minute of it.
You all learn one terrifyingly embarrassing secret of Meredith and, of course, childlike nudity.
I'll just wink at Eliza when that one comes out.
Bit of a smirk.
Then your mother does remember that you had some packages arrive and goes off and gets them, delivers them to you guys. And after a short conversation, you learn that Rehan actually does not live in the city, but rather he has his own villa along the southeast bank of the river.
Did we not have a shield we wanted them to show from a professional capacity to see if we could get a better valuation out of it? Was that not something we thought we were going to do? Or not?
I don't remember of anything. I don't remember the shield.
I thought we had something we decided not to sell and we were going to get it revalued in Catapec.
Yeah, we might have. That was that mirror shield.
Whatever it was, yeah.
The mirror shield, the gold polish. That was. There was. Seraph had some concerns about the price.
Yes.
And I think I think that was left to Seraph, but I don't remember. I'll
point out to Sarah that if she still had and she wants to have it looked at again, my father is an expert in antiquity, in magical and in all forms of antiquities.
Didn't we say that we would keep it because they didn't offer us a good enough price?
That's why we brought it to the city to get reappraised.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. I'll point out to Seraph that my father is what his business is all about magical, non-magical artifacts. So, if she wanted him to have a look at it, I'm sure he would. He's quite renowned in the town for his trade. And I guess we've now got a +4 charisma alluring thingy. Let's change that to a +4.
Okay. Looks like everyone was kind of looking for new headbands.
Yes, we got those.
Did we? What these were +4s that we got, or did we get the +6s?
+4s.
Okay, and we traded.
This is worth much more.
Yeah, and we're trading in our +2s.
That's right.
Excellent. I will do that now, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Wait, so you guys are all getting headbands of +6?
+4.
+4.
+4.
Oh, +4.
To charisma.
I do like Jaren's new look.
What, Jaren with bunny ears?
Be an extra bardic performance round, so I'm now up to 40.
Changing from +2 to +4.
I'll cast the concentration checks have gone. And I now get an look. Oh no, hang on, that's not right. Oh, I get a bonus spell now in level 5, so I get a second spell.
Our party must look fabulous. Carefully chosen.
Meredith,
chosen
don't forget,
words, yeah.
you got a bloodline feat for this level.
I've taken it.
Wonderful.
I took improved initiative. So with my improved initiative and my increasing dex from my belt, I get now a +7 on my dex.
Very nice.
So my initiative rolls are up to 7. +7s, which is a lot, which means I should be a lot better rolling initiative. If that's worked out right, anyway.
My dex went down, so I'm even slower. Yay!
Yay. We'll have to put rockets on the back of you so we can shove you along a little quicker. We'll have to put your turbocharger in or something.
Oh, in the air I'm good. Just dexterous, I am not.
Do you fly? Oh yes, of course you can fly because you've offered to fly people.
Flight, Selenia's good at. Poor maneuverability, but decent speed.
So what's your speed now then?
I believe my flight is either 60 or 120.
So if it's 60, it'll be about the same as what Edith is when she's flying.
But I have a feat called Overland Flight. I'm trying to remember what it does.
Ah.
Doesn't that make flying long distance easier
Yes.
or better?
I need to pick
I
another.
didn't know if it does anything for speed as well. Increases my base fly speed by 30, so my speed is for every category larger than medium. So I just hit 90 on flight speed. In addition, non-lethal damage check every 2 hours instead of every hour when attempting hustle or forced march when flying. So yeah, my fly speed's now 90.
Another good spell to have. I wondered whether to go for a hungry pit or a roaming pit. Seeing as I like my pits.
Isn't it you get an additional spell per day, not spell known?
Different stats give a different amounts for
It's a bonus spell.
levels.
Yeah,
got
spell
double.
per day, not spell known.
Right.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. My bad. You're right. It is. It's a spell per day, not a spell known.
Yeah, nothing increases spell known except for magical items.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's my bad. That's my bad. I was being.
That's fine, it just means you can cast your spell one more time.
Yes. My lovely feeble spell.
Mm.
Alright.
Also means my reflex has gone up as well.
I presume Selenia will want to look for some diamond dust.
Yep, as well as seeing about making that trade for the armor as well as money to see about getting.
That's a point. If we're in Katapesh, do we want to trade the loot we've just got, add it to the money we got, then divide that by all of us, or however we divvy the money up, and then we can swell our own coin pouches?
I would prefer if we had a generic party loot for the reagents, rather than.
Oh yeah, no, for reagents, definitely party loot, definitely.
Because so far, I mean, Selenia has dumped a lot of loot into healing of the restorations, negative levels, and stuff before. So
No,
I'm not going to complain about it. But in the future, if we can set up a party loot for these are our reagents loots, it would be helpful.
We certainly know. We need as a party. You're right. As a party, we need to have the reagents for certain spells like diamond dust or whatever for regenerations or restorations and that sort of thing. Definitely. So we all certainly should put a percentage of the money in for that, and then whatever's left is then ours. So however we want to work that out, I don't know.
Just added a little header in bank totals, reagent pool. So just down there, put whatever needs to be for that.
So yeah, let's sell whatever loot we want, get a total amount of how much coin we've got, work out how much we're going to put in the reagent bank as reagents, then whatever's left is ours.
I would suggest a lot of diamond dust. A lot of diamond dust.
Whatever we
A
need.
lot.
Whatever we
Did I ever say
need.
how much we needed?
Whatever you think we need. If we need to sink the whole lot of this particular loot bag into all of the money that we get from the loot and the money we've got from this, it's part of the loot into the reagent pool, and that's what we all agree we need to do, that's what we do. Whatever we think we need. Do we need anything else, gem or dust wise, reagent wise for the party, or is it just diamond dust?
Mainly diamond for my stuff.
Diamond for all the healing and things, really.
Yeah, because for the most part, we've all got like we've all got spells that only have gold amount of stuff.
Non-costed,
non-cost materials. So for the most part, we don't need it.
Yeah, I mean, double check for your spells, of course, but I think Diamond Dust is the only thing really that we need.
The only thing I've got is ones that have the non-material cost or the non-cost for materials.
Artemis just had some net problems, so I don't know how long she'll be. Just giving you a heads up.
Okay. But anyways, as I just posted, you just have to set the funds aside.
Well, let's set some funds aside because there's a few bits in mine that I need reagents for, like leather and copper wire and stuff.
So, for you, Meredith, remember, because you're a sorcerer, you have the eschew material component feat.
The what feat?
The eschew material.
Which means for any it's any military cost below 1 gold, I believe.
Yep, anything under 1 gold, or it's either 1 or 10, you just ignore.
Because it's
like it doesn't have a material cost anymore.
You might also be able to get training from Artemis on how she does it, which is kind of neat.
Okay. Yeah, you're right about the issue. Of course I do. Glass feet.
And again, even if you did have something that required a costed component, per my home rule, you would just need the funds set aside.
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite happy to sell this and put aside like 10,000 for like Diamond Dust.
Oh God, Jack, you should be ashamed of yourself on that one.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Shame for
I've got a small amount of money anyway, so I can
put in the
with my eschew and that I'm going to presume that I've got. I'm quite happy to take.
We'll put it this way. I think 10,000 is probably like about enough. I think might even be lowballing it a bit, but
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But like,
so 10,000 gold would be the equivalent of 100 restorations, not dealing with negative levels.
Yeah.
And there's a cheaper way of doing negative levels that can be done on a weekly basis.
I mean, I'm I'm happy to defer like to whatever amount Selenia wants. I'm just like, I just want to make sure we have plenty, because it's such a pain to deal with.
My answer to Jack's picture. And it had to be a cute kitty.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, like, let's sell this stuff, and I don't know how much.
Get out from there. Yeah, let's sell the stuff and work out what we're selling and work it out.
Can we potentially see about with those 3 suits of armor +1 what it would be to get +1 plate for Selenia?
Yes.
Sure.
I haven't got a problem with Selenia having that.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, hell, with the amount of money, we might even be able to get +2 plate.
Normally for a quadruped and for the size, it's going to be at least 4 times the cost at bare minimum.
4 times for the armor. I don't think enchantment scales with size.
So, armor for unusual creatures has its own rules. For non-humanoid of medium size, the cost is twice as much. For non-humanoid large size, it is 4 times as much.
Yep, at minimum.
Yeah, that's for the making the armor itself, but for enhancing it, I don't think that changed. Because I don't think the magic cares that it's greater in size. At least I can't find any ruling that says that.
Ruling
I
says
mean,
what?
Obviously, enchanting armor, the size of the armor makes no difference, as far as I can tell. It's just creating the actual.
Under magic armor. Armor for unusual creatures. The cost of armor for non-humanoid creatures, as well as for creatures who are neither small nor medium, varies. The cost of the masterwork quality and any magical enhancement remains the same.
Yeah.
So the actual full plate costs 4 as much, but the actual cost to make it masterwork or enchanted would be the same.
Yeah, so we could probably afford with all this gear, because it's pretty decent stuff. We might be able to afford to get you some +2 plate, because that's not that costly in the grand scheme of things. It's only about 5,000, I think.
So, for example, full plate normally costs 1,500. With the multiplier, a large non-humanoid would cost 6,000. Then you would simply add 150 for the masterwork, and then the appropriate amount for the bonus.
Well, in order to not murder me with ACP, I might think about doing this a little bit differently, and instead of doing a full plate, what about having some mithril in there to have something that gives me some nice armor, but doesn't murder my movement.
Okay, let's see. Let's go down.
Well, let's put it this way. My current ACP is. I am looking at the wrong sheet.
I mean, it's plus 4,000 for medium, plus 9,000 for heavy to get it done in mithril. Shit's expensive.
Oh, I know, but I'm not even necessarily wanting the full suit. Just better, potentially some improved armor.
For mithril to have any real effect, for any special material to have any actual numerical effect, it does have to be the entire object.
No, I get that, but I'm talking about a mithril short, still some nice armor, even though the ACP is 2.
Gotcha, mithril shirt.
I have an ACP penalty of 6. I don't want to go above 8 if I can help it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm at -8 already technically. So I would like to not go too far around that. I have a +1 bonus, but I don't have armor training, so it hurts.
Okay, so let's see. So anything with mithril and masterwork, would reduce the armor check penalty by 4.
Yep.
So you could go all the way up to a breastplate or mountain pattern and suffer no armor check penalty. Otherwise, if you went full plate, you would only be at a -2.
And what would the AC on that be?
So just mithril, not enchanting yet, it would be a +9.
That's better than what I have now. Right now, I'm at AC 7 with the 7 ACP because of modifier.
Yep. So you would still have the penalty to speed because it would be counted as medium, but it's
actually. My penalty is penalty to speed is weird due to my Oracle curse.
Right, forgot about that for a second. So yeah, so your full plate, your mithril full plate would be a +9 armor, a +3. let's see. It is so yeah, it would be a +3 for your maximum dex bonus and a.
I'm not worried about maximum dex. Yeah, that's not going to ever be a problem.
Okay, so +9, +3, and -2 is what a mithril full plate armor would be.
And with the trading in the full plate I have now, the 3 suits of full plate I have now, and a plus suit one, a current +1 splint mail that is already dragon shaped, what would the cost to me be?
Well, it depends on how much you can barter for the items you have.
How about let's do a diplomacy check on that? May I?
Go right ahead. So I will go ahead and give you the non-magic total cost for the full plate.
Decent, not great.
Okay.
Maybe do that later if need be.
Okay, so given you that result, and you are selling, it was the 3 + 1 full plate
And a +1 splint mail. Dragon shot sized.
Oops. Why did I? Yeah, I still had that as Jaren. Alright. Okay, so 3 + 1 full plate and a +1 splint mail in dragon shape. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so for those 4 items alone, given your check, they offer 7,125 gold pieces.
And what would the new one be?
The new one would cost 15,000 total, so that would, with those as trade-in,
It's half the price.
it would be 7,875 gold still.
I have 2,500 worth of gems that I can throw in there, so I can drop that off. That's down to 5,000.
We
That's
do have
still
all the
needed.
other. We do have all the other stuff to sell. There's all the chain mail.
Right, but But
and the shields and all that.
I can't expect that loot to all come to me. So that's.
You can always ask if the party agrees to it, because having you kept alive means they get to be alive.
Oh yeah, no doubt,
You
no doubt.
being alive means we heal.
It's definitely on the table, but I would rather everyone else have their chance at what they need first.
Well,
Yeah,
I've
I'm
got
fine
the
with it.
extra bits I need, so
I'm fine at the moment. I don't want anything extra, so certainly not with this loot run. So I'm happy for the money to go on improving Selenia and having a pot of dust for resurrect
for when
we need it. And if there is anything above that's left, then fine, because I've still got my gems to play with for money, so I'm not out of money.
Okay. If you can, let's leave that on the calculation and figure out what else we're selling and what else we're getting, and to see if this makes sense.
Unless anybody wants any of the other stuff on there, apart from the ones of healing, I would think we're selling most of it.
Campfire bead is neat, but definitely not needed. But then again, it's not worth a whole heck of a lot.
I mean, I've got one already. But I mean, 2 is always useful, I guess.
I don't know what the potions of divine favour do, or the potions of shield of faith, but any potions probably keep. Ones keep. I'm happy to get rid of that unholy symbol. All the rest of it, I don't know if anyone wants a brooch or.
I mean, to be fair, I would have liked.
Or a shielding.
I mean, I would have left the holy symbol where it was. I wouldn't have taken that shit with us.
I would have destroyed it. My vote would probably be to destroy it if it is an unholy.
Okay, if it's an unholy symbol. Shall we take it? Then it met Jared's hammer.
That would be if Jared was willing. Jared was willing to do that. Then yeah, that would definitely be an acceptable solution.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
The unholy seal has met with the fate of Jared's hammer upon a rock. It would be an unholy symbol that would be like an American wrestler, only instead of going through a table, it went through a rock.
From the top rope with a steel chair.
Yep. Can you smell what Jared is cooking?
Is that the only WWE song I've got going in my head is JBL?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Just got the big cowbell ringing. It just goes on with a limo.
Yeah, well.
That is a name I have not heard in years.
What, JBL?
JBL, yeah.
No, well, it's a name that I don't think is mentioned much in wrestling. Is it JBL?
No.
I do believe JBL is on AEW. I think.
You could be right, yes.
Ah. So sell what you want to sell. Let's just keep the potions. No one else wants anything.
Sarah wants as much as she can take, and then she's just going to fuck off. I'll get robbed. Can't wait to introduce my new character. I have a feeling you guys will like my new character a lot.
We'll see.
Until I see him, I'm going to imagine he sounds and acts like Nappa.
As much as I would love that, keeping up the Nappa voice would eventually get very, very difficult.
Then get a soundboard with his name on it.
Okay. Did you already
let's
remove
not.
the items that you gave to the sellsword?
I don't know if anyone. I know I didn't.
They're not in the bank totals, the things we gave. They're all...
Okay, so the +1 studded leather still exists. Got it.
Yeah, we gave him the +1 lever and the masterwork scimitar. The studded lever we kept.
Got it.
That will definitely be strange to be able to actually do certain movements again. Escape Artist is currently at -8.
So what you're saying is I need to tie Selene up. Got it.
Stealth is at -12.
You might as well be glowing in the dark for all your stealth skills.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
you are.
The volume of an artillery.
You are. You
barrage.
have the torch. Like, you are glowing.
Yeah, pretty
His
much.
body is literally glowing.
Yeah.
And also, was it like you? Like your equipment will rattle with the sound of an artillery barrage.
Yeah, I don't ever claim to stealth. And things like, yeah, if Selene was tied up, yeah, good night. My chance of escape is based off of, would be off of raw strength alone, or other than that, I'm screwed.
Alright, so I've got the list of loot up. So if you just tell me what you want to sell in addition to what we've already gone over, and we'll go from there.
I believe the quartz splint mail is Selenia's old armor, so that old armor, so that can go.
Okay.
I mean, there's the chainmail, the Kapesh, the short bows.
Does anybody want a better backpack, or does everyone have at least a masterwork backpack or some type of magical storage?
I do.
I don't think I do.
I do. I've already taken the 2 that you and me have taken off.
Right.
Selenia.
I have a handy haversack, so I don't need one.
And Artemis has a bag of holding, so we don't need that. So there's. Okay, the question is, yeah, if Elijah doesn't have one, then you might want to take one that it's better than what you got, right?
Yeah, which is bugger all.
Okay, so in that case we have 3 Masterwork backpacks. And then obviously the 3 heavy steel shields, 3 bastard swords, +1 leather.
The 3 times full plate's already in the total, so we may as well.
Yeah.
Hold on, here we go, real quick.
Are we going to assume
just
runs
copy
off
and
with
paste everything that
magic?
you're going to sell under the header to sell.
Okay.
Are we assuming Seraph did run off with the shield? I'm okay with that.
Well, Seraph has the shield, and she's currently with you guys.
Okay, so is it alright for me to take one of the Masterwork backpacks?
Yeah. I've already factored that in.
Alright, cheers.
I presume nobody else needs a +1 cloak of resistance.
No.
I'll need to check my slots to see if I've got one there. What was that? What was that slot?
That'll be a shoulder slot because it's a cloak.
I don't have anything there. Although I've got a ring of protection. Would that be greater than? Actually, no, it'd be resistance.
Yeah, that's different.
So yeah, I don't. Yeah, so if nobody else wants it,
I take a +1 cloak of resistance.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll throw the campfire bead in there as well. Oh wait, what do I do with these Masterwork fin bars and like this +2 switchblade and shit? Do I sell those as well?
No one wants them,
presume
yes.
So, yeah.
Let's get some loot together. Let's get some party funds.
What about this shield? What is going on with that? What is going on with this shield?
Ask Seraph.
So while you guys are out, and you're looking around for places to sell stuff, there's a man that approaches you. He doesn't necessarily approach you guys, but as he gets sort of close to the group, he says in quite a gravelled tone, Well, I'll be. You've got some nerve showing your face here, Seraph. He's standing there, and he's like staring at Seraph.
I don't appreciate your tone.
I'm going to turn around and give him a very nasty look and say, Sir, move along. Let's not have any trouble. You may find it would live, if you live, to regret that. Please, leave our friend alone.
Are you kidding? I've got some business with her.
then you have business with all of us, as she is part of our group and she's on a very important work at the moment.
As you're talking, Seraph just flies past you, right, and runs at this man and just like leaps at him and hugs him. And she just screams as she's running, "Yorman!"
Well, this has certainly escalated a little bit.
I'm just going to look bemused at Jaren, then bemused at Eliza, bemused at Selenia, and go, so what the fuck's up with that?
It's like, I think we have a few
Anyone else you'd like to look at bemusedly?
This face of cannon. I look at the DM bemused.
This random passerby.
Look at surrender. The walls.
I look across the street, and there is a paladin dressed in fine Serenray plate. I seem to recognize that fellow. Or do I?
Maybe it was me in another life. Crazy.
I look across, and there is a ghostly shape. Escarn? Is that you?
He's there with a little vial following you. There's 3 dragons now.
Seraph looks round at you guys and says, "Sorry, maybe I should explain. He was never very good with first impressions. This is Captain Yorman Grayson. He's the captain of a ship that I had passage on when I went to find this bow. This was back when I had nobody. He's like family to me. I never expected to see you here. What are you doing here?" And he just says that he's here just on a delivery. "Well, I've just brought some goods, actually."
Right.
"What are you doing here, Seraph? Thought you were on your grand adventure. Or is that what you're on now? Can't imagine anything bringing you to Karapesh. If you ask me, it's a bit of a shithole."
For all that it is good for trade.
That it is.
Well, I suppose you're right there. As Seraph said, Yorman Grayson. And he'll extend a hand to you all.
I'll accept accept and shake.
Any friend of Seraph's is a friend of mine. Quite the young one, she is. Younger when I last saw you, you certainly sprouted, girl. So, Seraph looks at the party, and then looks back at the man that's there. Says, "Does your offer still stand?" He says, "It always will do, for you." Seraph looks at you all. I don't think I'm going to be following you for the rest of this journey. Truth be told, I've been thinking for some time about my past.
You by no means are required to stay with us, but we do need you to keep in confidence that what you learn with us.
I'll be spending most of my time on the open seas.
That wasn't a confirmation.
You have my word I will not reveal anything. Why would I, given the sensitivity of it? Don't worry, you have my word I will not discuss our dealings with anybody else.
Thank you.
With that, she bids you all, all a fond farewell.
Disappear into the distance.
Okay.
What the hell were you trying to accomplish with that sleight of hand?
Nothing.
So,
And I knew that, and I knew that going into it.
So through this discussion, you see Selenia very, very pointedly staring at this man, and you can very easily understand that she's just trying to see if he is evil. Thankfully, it does not come back as evil.
Good.
I'm sorry. Does he have any idea what she's just what Sar's just done?
Yes, it's painfully obvious what has happened.
So he knows that Selenia thinks he might have been evil.
Just taking a look.
It's
Hey,
like an assassin. Always have a plan for everyone you meet.
Were you rummaging through his pockets or something?
No,
No.
just pointing.
Pointing at him.
Detect evil. Do you take the shield with you or not? Just so I know.
Well,
So-
I would go to, and then I'll stop, and I'll say, "Here, you guys will probably need this more than me. I'm not going to really need money. So, here, and I'll hand you the shield, Jaren."
Okay, I'll shrug it over my shoulders.
Have
Thank
a drink on me.
I probably will need one. I wish you well in your next ventures.
It's been a pleasure.
Be
Thank
careful.
you.
Stay safe.
I will. Yorman here has protected me many times before, and I wouldn't be who I am today without him. But saying that, you guys have shown me what it's like to have adventures, mystery, hardships. I thank you, all of you.
You're welcome.
I hope we'll meet again someday, and hopefully things will be better for everyone then.
That would be nice. I'll be travelling around a lot, so there's a possibility of that happening. Also, I know where I know where Kelmarain is. I could always maybe visit if we have time. What was the guy's name in the battle market again? I keep forgetting.
Butter.
That's it, Butter. Could you tell Butter I said goodbye next time you see him?
Yes.
We
I'll
can
pass
do that.
that over.
Certainly can.
Thank you. Well, I will see you around. And Seraph will take her leave.
And now, because the party has no concept of object permanence, we never talk about Seraph ever again.
And because no one liked Seraph, she won't even be a thought in anyone's memory.
The person that nearly killed Artemis is gone.
Right. Okay. I've put. Okay. I think the.
Randomly be shot anymore.
I think the to sell list is done. If everyone wants to have a look and just double check, but I think that's the.
Isn't there thingy on the bank totals?
So that I think is everything, including all the things that people have taken and all the stuff to add. I'm not sure about adding some of these potions before we leave them for now.
I was going to say leave the potions because we don't. Some of that we might want to use.
The only thing that I have is we were adding at the moment the 3 full suits of plate mail were already added to part of the total that I gave. So as long as they're not going to be counted twice, that's fine by me.
I'm sure it'll be fine. But I mean, yeah, that's just everything in there.
We still got that chest, or have we sold that chest of gems?
We've still got it. It's on the list. It's below all the to sell stuff, like as a separate, because that's all the chests. So yeah, we have a fair
We
amount of
actually have
money
that.
in there.
We have that chest for money as well,
Yeah.
and then we each have our individual bags. Righto. Well, looking at that, there should be quite a bit of money to give to aid Selenia's armor fund, I should think, and also for the reagents we want. But I'm happy with that. I'd like to press on.
And that demonstration there is exactly why Selenia needs better armor.
Alright, I am back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, list is done.
Pathrax, it's not letting me click use selected token.
Well, because there's no token for you to select on the sheet, on the map right now.
Don't I put the token where it says default token optional?
Okay, let me pull this up here. Okay, so you've already got a token set there.
Yeah, there we go. That's the picture I want to use for my token.
Okay. No, that's not.
I'm gonna get myself another root beer. Be right back.
Okay. Alright, I'll be there in just a second, guys. Okay. Got the token sorted out. And let's see. With Selenia's check, the amount that you guys will be offered is...
Hey, Pethrax. Artemis is still new to the group and is admittedly not feeling well right now and doesn't really want to speak up because she new to the group and everything, but is having a headache. Since we seem to be kind of winding down anyway, is there any problem if she were to dip out?
Not a problem. Basically, what I was going to do is finish the selling for you guys and then introduce you to Rayhan, and then basically get kind of a feel of... So this is going to be a little bit of meta knowledge for her since she's dipping out. And Artemis, please, always feel free to let me know if you're not feeling good, if you need a break or something. But it's going to take Rayhan about a week in game to run tests, research, figure out what's going on with this scroll. So my plan was to finish off this kind of merchant bit, introduce Rayhan, explain it's going to take about a week, and
this will be on the video.
This will be on the video, and then just see kind of what people are doing at Rayhan's Via, because he will invite you to stay as his guests.
Thank you.
So yeah, Artemis, take off. Nothing big's gonna happen.
You feel better soon, mate.
Yeah, I hope you feel better.
Likewise.
Yeah, anyway, as I said, the to sell list is ready, I think.
Yep, I'm going through those now.
Nice.
Hello? Anyone?
Still
What?
here.
Everything went really quiet there.
Okay. Oh, Petrax just put a ping in the message in. So
Okay.
73,200.
Now that is everything. That is the Flynn bar, the light shield, all the plate, all the armors, all the weapons, everything that is in that to sell list.
Okay. The only other thing that's not on that to sell list was Selenia's current armor.
Yes, which was the splint mail, the +1 splint mail, which I did include in this total.
Okay, perfect.
That included the chest of gems if we were getting rid
No,
of them.
did not include the chest of gems.
No, I mean, like gems are money anyway, so like.
Oh, we'll keep hold of that then.
And gems follow a bit different rules. So normal items start at a sell price of 50% of their actual cost. Gems are a 1-to-1 ratio.
It's
So-
because gems are their own form of currency in a sense. So
Basically, their value will never decrease.
unless
Whereas armor, weapons, they
Yeah.
deteriorate. They might have some negativity attached to them. You can't curse a gem.
No, I get it now. They've got they're a form of gems could be classed as a form of currency.
Yeah, but it's also
Basically.
just
Flat
it's a
rate.
lot lighter form of currency because it's certainly a lot lighter to have a single gem worth 500 gold than to have 500 gold on your person.
that is true.
That is true.
Anyway,
Okay.
does that sound like a good deal? I'm happy to accept this.
I'm happy to accept that.
73,000.
I've got no
Yeah.
I'm happy to accept it as well.
Yeah. So if we do that, and then
My armor is what, 15,000?
you get it +1 for 16. Like that might as well do that since we got a fair amount. So if you take 16k of that for +1 mithril full plate,
I would be appreciative of this, yes.
and then if we say put aside, I don't know, how much for diamond dust?
Depends on what we're trying to do. Each casting of restoration to restore a stat is 100. Each casting to restore a negative level is 1,000. But I have an alternate approach on the negative levels that that I can do once a week for free.
How about we say like 5,000, just so we have plenty to go and enough for a couple of negative levels, just in case.
5,000 is a nice, comfortable number. The Raised Dead uses 5,000 worth in diamonds, but I took Breath of Life instead. So next level, we might need a 5,000. I'll probably end up taking Raised Dead just in case, because we'll never know when we need it, and it's nice to have if we do. Then 5,000 is going to be. I would say at that point we need to store at least one dose of 5,000.
Okay, so.
But that's not until next level.
Why do you put 10,000 in there? One dose of 5,000 and 5,000 of the other.
I can't do Raised Dead. I'm doing Breath of Life. So it's not something that's in my to-do. It's not something in my list yet, but it will be next level, and we have a while to go till next level.
Okay, so if we put 5,000 gold pieces in the reagent pool.
Works for me.
That's fine.
So that's 16,500, 21,000 coming off.
I am okay to remove the splint mail and change it to mithril plate plus mithril full plate plus 1. Everyone?
Yeah.
Go for it.
May I have the weight and ACP and stats on that, please, Pethrax?
If he's not here, I can search it up for you. I got the little thing open.
Yeah, I'm looking for the weight. The weight, considering quadrupedal, I believe it's 4 times weight, but I'm not entirely sure. And the new ACP penalties and everything.
Was it Mithril drops it by 2, doesn't it?
Mithril drops it by some. I don't remember what it drops it by. I think it's by at least 2.
I thought it was like 2, and I think it was like 2, and it increases like your maximum dex allowance.
I'm not scared. I will never hit maximum dex.
Oh, that is
So weight is.
Oh, there it is. He just put it in there.
Yeah.
So it says plus 9 AC, 3 max dex bonus, and 2 ACP.
And what's the normal ACP of full plate?
-6.
Was it
So
6?
it puts it at -4. So, okay, is it reducing it to -2 or reducing it by -2?
Reducing it to -2.
Okay.
So that
and
is
I have
its
another.
stats. That is its
And I
stats.
have another modifier from a trait that reduces it by 1. Okay, so
Then that might be already included because it says the armor check is decreased by 3.
Yeah, but then it's masterwork, which automatically reduces it by 1 already.
So
that makes it down to. Yeah, so it's down to -1. Not bad.
are we sure it's down to minus? Is Masterwork lowers it by 1 as well? Or
Yeah,
is
it's Masterwork by 1, 3 by Mithril, which brings it down to 2. And
Okay.
and then your -1 to make it -1.
Right, and then my dragon modifier to bring it back up by 2 to bring it to -3.
I guess I don't know.
It's
I don't know.
better than the
planned.
7 I had.
Yeah.
So it's a lot better than the 7 you had.
And then weight is half normal, so
Yeah, that's
whatever
what it
the
says.
normal is for full plate, which is 50, so it weighs 25.
With the quadrupedal modifier, I believe would also be 4 times that.
Let me have a
No.
look.
No, it isn't.
No. For unusual and quadruped, it was. Where is that? There it is. For large, the weight is only ×2, so it's actually evened
50.
out by the mithril. So 50.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
Good enough. Okay, and
Not
on
that
the
that's
roll
going to
20
make a big difference for you.
Okay, so on the roll 20 sheet, is the AC 9 and the enhancement 1, or is the AC 8 and enhancement 1?
AC is 9, enhancement 1.
Thank you. Oh, that's going to make nice difference.
Look at all, just almost like me and bloody Meredith. We're just going to go look at this Peter. Heavy armor user.
Oh, there. So the mithril itself is nice and shiny, and Selenia's glow on top of this. There is this light bulb traveling with the party.
Well, I was about to say, because my shirt, my chain shirt is mithril.
Ooh, look at all of you with all your mithril.
Oh yeah, your armor is just your chest hair.
How dare you? I'm wearing armor. That's why it's actually positive.
What your AC would be less than 0.
26. That'll be nice.
Yeah, let's see. If we took away his armor bonus,
What, Jared? So go for multiple maximum.
he would be at a AC of 14, and that's only because
I'm not raging. So if you add rage in reckless stance, which is a -5, then even on top of that, you could add stance of aggression, which is then a -7.
So if we were to take away his equipment, he would have a 10 AC.
Drop that further by doing a charge, because doesn't charging reduce it by 2?
Yep.
Yes.
And if you had like cleave and you went for a cleave attack, that could drop it by another 2 more.
Oh no, but you can't charge and cleave.
No, but that would just be funny if that was the case.
So yeah, if you removed his armor, his amulet, and his
Ring.
Wait, do you have a ring? Yeah, and your ring, you would have an AC of 10.
And then
You are default.
when I'm raging, I have an AC 5. I think.
Do you think we could almost see if we can find a way to get his build so he genuinely has 0 armor class?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So you guys have finished up your shopping, you've set aside your funds.
Definitely some nice buffs today. This doesn't need to happen now, but if it could happen after the session, it's about time, now that I actually have some real money, about upgrading my holy symbol to something some nicer material.
Okay, were you so if I remember correctly, your shield was your holy symbol, correct?
I don't know if that ever was the thing. I actually have a holy symbol item that is iron.
Okay, well yeah, if you want, you can easily get that swapped up.
Yes, please. Don't need to do it now, it's just on the to-do.
Yeah, we'll say it happens and you will just
deal with it later.
Out of the session, so.
Yes, please.
Oh, and speaking of, while I've got you for the moment, October 15th, does that work for everyone?
Can't think of anything.
I'll double check with Artemis after the fact, but I don't see At the moment, I don't know of anything that would cause a problem on that date.
Fine.
I think that's fine for me.
All right. So, you guys get all your shopping done, set your funds aside as necessary, re-equip yourselves, and you start making your way towards the gate so that you can leave the town proper and head towards the villas where you are told Rehan resides. And let's see. Selenia, are you in your human or dragon form at this point?
While traveling through the city, I would say human form.
Okay.
As long as but again, fitting the armor. As long as the question is, what would happen to the armor when changed?
So at the actual armor smith, or the merchant who deals with it, you did specifically find a merchant that dealt with magic armor meant for non-humans. So it was all included that these armors would function and assume the shape as necessary.
Perfect. At that point, if that's the case, then while in the city, especially considering Meredith doesn't want her family to know about the dragon stuff, I would assume a human form.
Got it. Then go ahead and give me a reflex save.
A reflex save. Alrighty. One moment. I need to hit the...
Is that the reflex save of while you're in their house? You quickly change form when you're in Dragonfall. Just when she opens up the door, like, oh, what's this? And you're just like,
how's a 21?
All right. So going down the street, it's quite busy, and you are kind of admiring your own armor, such that you almost run into another individual who quickly says, excuse me.
My apologies. It's been such a day. Are you all right?
I suppose. Fancy looking armour you've got there.
It's rather new.
Quite. In fact, all of you look to be quite well armoured. Not here causing any trouble, are you?
Why would you ask?
I'm asking if you're here causing with the intent of causing any trouble.
And why would you see someone and ask that? That sounds rather suspicious in itself.
You're a group of well-armoured individuals carrying around substantial weaponry. I think it's a fair question to ask.
Meredith, Meredith, you and Selene actually, having been from Katapesh, you know that's actually not really quite an accurate sentiment for this town. You guys actually know that the guards here are pretty much just to keep open riots and outright murder from just taking place in the streets. If any disputes, cheats and whatnot, the guards just tell them to sort it out amongst themselves. The Pact Master's decree is no actions shall interfere with business. So setting fires, starting riots, that's pretty illegal. Walking around, causing trouble, as long as it doesn't impact trade, the guards will just tell you to move along.
If you guys want to roll a nobility or a... Yeah, if you guys want to roll a nobility check...
I will use my natural 10 and take a 23.
I'm going to roll. I don't have... Can I check even though I don't have nobility? Because she comes from a minor noble family.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
So, Jack, what are they trying to ascertain from that?
My banner has a symbol on it as
nobility.
well as my armor.
I heard ability. No, that's very different than nobility.
Yeah, no, nobility.
So, yeah, Meredith, hardcore
So, because the DC is only a 10, you can make it untrained, because the most you can get is 10. So, yes, Meredith, you would be able to identify it.
Right.
One moment. Why are my skills showing blank?
just for...
There they
are. So, take 10.
Yeah.
You both are easily able to identify the what this symbol stands for, what the proper etiquette would be to address someone if this was someone of rank, and if so Meredith wouldn't know this, but Eliza and Selenia would know if this is of anyone in a line of succession.
And is it?
Jack?
Or was that directed at me? What was the question?
Yes.
Are you in line for succession of something, or are you just prancing around with a badge?
That's a rather rude way to speak.
I'm not saying
Said aloud.
Not in person.
I'm saying that in meta.
Oh, yes, it is. Yeah. Basically, it implies that I'm someone very, very high up in a somewhat major city.
Not necessarily this city, though.
No.
What is it? What would the title be here?
So
Samurai.
So he comes from Varisia.
As far as I'm aware, Varisia is a major city, isn't it?
So Varisia is not a city. It's a country that is mainly composed of independent city-states. So most nobility and such in there are basically self-created.
Right. Yeah.
What title should be used? You said we would know this, or do you just want to say we know this?
So you know that because Varisia has no actual central government, there's no real rank. I mean, they call themselves whatever they want. They can call themselves barons or dukes or whatnot. It means nothing outside of Varisia.
Lady, maybe, or lord if it's male, I guess.
Lord or lady is the safest bet. Any specific title, you'd have to ask the individual.
Are we looking at a male or a female?
Female.
So she'll look you up and she goes, "Well, my lady, I know you're from Varisia.
That's much better.
And
yes.
Rank that you hold here doesn't really sway much. Varisia is made of lots of nobility, but not one overall ruler. I know my stuff. But anyhow, we are not here to cause trouble, and we are perfectly free to walk around as we are. The guards will not turn us away, nor will they look at us suspiciously."
Just metagame here so I can get my response correct. Is there any way that I would know of Alma and the situation here? being a way for me to actually get myself into the party.
Your best bet would probably be to deal with that. Deal with the same mage person that we're trying to go and meet.
You would either. It would probably be in your best bet to either be in the employ of Rayhan or the Pact Masters as a sellsword, basically.
Ronin.
Sellsword doesn't work. No. I'm here to assist Rayhan with something. That's what I'll go with, and then I'll go from there.
Alright.
I'm new in town. I've never been this far from home before. I'm on my way to see someone who lives just outside of town.
Really? Just so happens that we are looking for someone outside of town.
Perhaps we
On
can travel
official
together.
business.
Maybe those swords on your belt will actually be shown some air. They look very fancy. Have they ever seen use?
These blades have probably seen more battle than you have.
Okay.
Yeah, but how many staircases have they destroyed?
Well,
I would just I'd look you up and down, give a kind of smirk, a small shake of my head, and then I'd just look to the others and then just kind of be like, of course, whatever you say. I'm sure we'll find out. And then I'm just gonna step to the side and wait for you guys to finish.
Not bursting out in laughter at that, but let's.
No, I'm on my way to see a man named Rayhan.
How funny. So are we. What a coincidence. Would you travel with us, my lady?
That is quite the coincidence. Do you know what? It might be nice to have some company. I've been travelling alone for quite some time now. I do believe I'll take you up on that offer. However, introductions must first be made. My name is Zarala Cordain. I am the samurai of Varisia.
An honor to meet you, Lady Sarala.
Indeed.
I go by Selenia. These are my companions. Artemis. I'll introduce Artemis because Artemis isn't here, and let's go out. Everyone else can do their own.
So says Artemis, I said, indeed, it's a pleasure to meet you, Lady Zarana. I am Meredith Pendragon. The name has a ring here, but it's pleasurable to meet you.
Likewise. Pleasure.
I will.
Jaren.
Oh, yes,
You can call me Jaren.
It's a pleasure, Jaren. I look forward to seeing what you can do with that oversized hammer of yours.
No, it's really better if you do not.
No. Just don't be stood in front of it. No, so
Now I'll look at you, Eliza, as you're the only one who hasn't introduced themselves.
I will formally bow towards her. I said, pleasure to meet you. My name is Eliza Asuyo.
Would I know of the Asuyos being the samurai of a different place?
How far away would you say Varissa is from my place?
The Asuyas come from a nomadic tribe of Osirian, whereas Varisia is the northwestern part of Avestan, which is completely different continent.
Would
Long
this
story, no.
would all attention at this moment be on Eliza?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I would like to silently whisper, if I can. I would like to give a little bit of a whisper to Jaren here to say this person's nobility from Varisia.
You'll just hear a whisper in your head. I don't care.
No,
I don't give a damn what rank that person.
no, I'm not assuming that. I'm not assuming that Jaren cares, but I wanted to let him at least be aware that this person is self-important.
So, to let you guys know, this is the Inner Sea region, and in the top left, just south of the title Saga Lands, is Varisia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm
guys.
just about to say it's difficult for me to say. Even with it zoomed in, it's not helping much.
Right. Meanwhile, you guys are currently just north of the Impossible Lands, on the southeast corner.
And isn't that where Artemis is from?
Yeah. No. She is from the Mwangi Expanse.
Where is she from Varisia? Where's Varisia again?
Varisia is in the northwest, underneath the title Saga Lands.
Hang on.
So can you see like a little?
Oh, yeah. So she's up there. Oh, so she's above Old Chilaxia.
Old Sheliax, yep. And
Oh,
Varisia was
right.
settled by the Sheliax Empire. Or is
That's interesting
being
to know.
settled. Varisia
So-
is mostly wilderness, some ruins, and a handful of cities that are independent city-states, basically.
How long has that been like that? Does that go back a good few hundred years?
This has been in the last 100 years that they've started developing that area.
Right. So therefore, if we go back about 100, I think it's 150 years. It says on my thingy. We wouldn't. My family's history would not necessarily have heard of it in passing through being where they're from.
Varisia did not exist except as a wilderness 100 years ago.
Right. So no, that's fine. We don't. That's okay. I just wondered because of
From was again
Where-
Petra?
from where I'm where my family's originally from.
Okay, so
That's
no
what
one
I'm
would know who the Suyos are.
No.
Where would you say that my was again, Pethrax? You were saying.
So you are part of Katapesh. You are,
I'm not. I don't think.
Osirian.
Assyrian. Yeah. I'm just trying to spot where that is exactly on the map.
Oh no, that's right. The country is also called Katapesh. I forgot. So yeah, you and the tribe of Asuya is a nomadic tribe of Katapesh, which is the country just north of the Impossible Lands.
Okay.
But I'm from I'm from far away.
You
okay?
came a
You're
very
far from
long way
home.
away.
Yeah.
You are out. Yeah. You are a long way from home.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah,
The people
so I
who-
hadn't quite finished my overall introduction
Oh,
before
yeah.
the came in. It was like, pleasure to meet you. My name is Eliza Asuyo. I am the what we call the wind singer of my people. It is more akin to a high priestess of other places. A pleasure to meet you.
Returned. Pleasure to meet you too. Now, shall we go? It's been a long time since I've spoken to Rayhan. Never actually seen him in person. Just letters here and there.
We do have business to attend. I think it's well past time that we go.
Lead on. And I will follow the group to Rayhan's place.
Right. Okay then.
At the moment, if if Meredith is comfortable with leading the way, hopefully knowing where he is, great. If not, Selenia was originally around here for a while, so I don't know if she knows exactly where to go or not.
She'll know where to go. She grew up in and around Katapesh. Plus the fact that working for the Pathfinder Society, she got to know it well as well through there. So yeah, she'll know. She'll know.
All right, so you guys start making your way down out of the city and towards Rehan's Via, with Zarala leading the way.
Okay, Zarala leads. Zarala doesn't really know where she's going. She's in the same boat as the party, but she'll find the place, I'm sure.
Zarala, go ahead and give a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Us?
I'm not pickpocketing anybody.
Do what I
not
say.
Unless it's to stop you being pickpocketed. Oh!
Okay. So, Zarala, you having been hired by Rehan, you actually got a letter from him detailing a map telling you how to get to his via. Trying to, come off as, oh, I know exactly where I'm going.
I never said I knew where I was going. I originally said I would follow the party.
No. You are. This is your character. This was absolutely something you would do. You know it.
Shame.
You try to. You try to hide the fact that you're looking at this map, and the way you decide to do that is by turning and walking backwards for a bit so you can look at the map.
Why do you think everybody was
Unfortunately, you forgot that everyone is following you.
That I was bumped into going the opposite direction.
So, literally, your sense of direction is so bad, you forget that you were leading. So, instead of turning backwards to hide, you literally turn backwards and show everyone that you're looking at a map.
I'm basically Zorro from One Piece, okay?
I'm just gonna go, a map of where we're going.
You could get like some kind of magical enchantment that has essentially it's like a sat nav.
It's called a Wayfinder.
As I said, I've never actually seen Raven before, and he sent me this map so that I'd be able to find him. In all honesty, I have absolutely no idea where I'm going.
May I have a look? As a member of the Pathfinder Society, we were taught how to find our way.
I'll pass you the map, but not the letter.
No, that's fine. And I take the letter. I take the map.
Take it anyway.
I'll
because your sleight of hand's so poor, you gave it to him too.
And I'll have a look at it, and
Metacon.
I'll use my abilities from the Pathfinder. I'll use my Wayfinder to find the right direction and lead the party to where it needs to be. Yeah, I'll find where north is, and then I'll work it all around from what I know of the area, and I will decipher said map. This is where he wants me to roll something, and I haven't got any skills in it.
My thoughts are from Ryoga, from Ranma, if anyone's familiar with that. He would literally ask directions, somebody would point a certain way, he would go the exact opposite.
Well, at least you always find out where it isn't.
Alright, so with that, you are able to figure out which direction you're supposed to be going, and you eventually make your way to Rayhan's villa. And let's put some tokens.
The map is completely black for me.
You might need to scroll to somewhere where it's visible. Although, currently what I see is the battle map.
I think he needs to put tokens down.
No, I can't see anything except for a couple headlines and Meredith's name.
Yeah, if tokens aren't down, then it won't necessarily show anything because the way the map works. Because we have to, our vision's based off of where we are on the map.
I love that. He's unable to follow even the simplest directions or draw any legible map. What's running the wrong way at the start of a three-legged race? That is...
But a very, very, very good martial artist.
If he can actually get his way to the battle.
Yes. Like he's in some cases has set up a battle 2 days in advance because it will take him that long to figure out how to get to the park across the street.
You got to love it when like hilariously, excellently skilled characters have the silliest character quirks.
This is my drawback.
So just like one character
so
he even shirk at a demon, but cannot handle flying.
So what you will find is that this villa is a modest 3-story structure built from clay bricks, currently perched atop a cliff overlooking the ocean. It's not extravagant by any means. Just looking at the next two beside it are not even close to the same level of wealth. You see one main house, a couple of outbuildings, a rather well-kept garden, and notably the grass is a little thicker than some of the other areas.
I'm still on the battle map. Does that matter?
I'm not seeing anything at all. I've just got a
Scroll to the bottom.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Map and that's it.
I see everyone here, ground level, one something or other written on the map under people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
You may need to.
I'm not even seeing.
20.
I'm not even seeing that.
You might need to restart. Maybe Peflex double check that he's been given vision properly, because sometimes it doesn't quite sync properly.
There we go.
Hang on.
Can anyone not see at this point?
Hang on, I'm logging back into the game.
Just on a battle map, says.
Ooh. Ah! Yes, I can now see a small wall and a doorway with the words 1 something or other feet.
Yeah, 1 square equals 5 feet, is what I will say.
Yes. I
Let's
can
just-
see that now.
Okay.
Excuse me, if you just to be cautious, do you mind if I do some protections on you?
Protections?
Yes, just a life link. I'm a healer, and
I still can't see the map that you guys are.
Try resetting.
Yeah, just reset it, Charlie. That's what I had to do.
Just if there's any injuries that I may heal you even at a distance.
There you go. Yeah, I see it now.
And if I get the okay from that, I'll lifelink everyone, and if not, I'll lifelink everyone but what's the name again? Zorella?
Zarala.
Zorala. Okay. Lifelink for those who want it.
It's not the one we want. Oh, well, I haven't got that one. Are we supposed to put the lifelink symbol on ourselves?
I can't. I can't edit anyone's icons except for Artemis.
Oh yeah. This was at the description of, was it Jurgen?
Right, because I can't find the icon on the icons list other than the icon I found, so. There you go, found it.
I think that was it.
Although that wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah.
On either.
That was the descriptions are. Because the funny thing is, he's a psychic blank, so he nullifies anything psychic within his aura.
Jared, why have you got little green plus signs in the corner of your picture?
Because I have the expanded set of tokens of modifiers. I have no idea what it is. I can do it.
Okay. I just wondered what it was.
Anthrax has, and it makes it available for all of us.
Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got a lot more on here now as well.
So it's just they've updated recently, and they've just added these.
Because I haven't got them, so maybe I need to. How do you update my version of Roll20? Is there an update button?
Roll20 itself doesn't need to be updated, but if you're using some of the enhancement suites or something like that, there are.
Oh, so if I've gone Pro or something like that, that's where it would come from. I'm not using any of the enhancement suites. I don't even know where they are.
Super mushroom and 1-up mushroom.
Yep.
Okay, enough with the playing with the icon.
Never. I shall use all.
Oh my word. Jack has got the lurgy,
Yes.
the token symbol for the vid. Got the vid.
That's how, like that regen one's probably a good one to have to like show that we're under lifelink.
Normally, the heart and chains is what I've used, but whatever everyone agrees on works for me.
All right. So, did Zarala accept the lifelink?
Yes.
Okay.
She wasn't too keen on the thought or the idea of it, but she's accepted because she wants to feel, a little bit more accommodating.
Quick question: this gate door, is it open or closed?
So right now the gate is closed, but you see that there is a manservant inside that you could call out to if you wanted.
I will step forward and knock on the door or the gate.
I'll just step and lean on the wall to the side. He's watching you.
With amusement, probably.
Slight amusement, yeah.
All right.
I'll probably step to one side to allow.
Who's holding the scroll? Who's hanging onto the scroll?
I think Artemis has it, doesn't she?
Yeah,
I
gave it to Artemis because she had the ability to fly in case things got really bad.
Yeah, and she's backlined, so.
Yeah, so she'd have a better chance of being able to make a getaway. Well, before the front line got overwhelmed, if that happened.
Okay. So you see an elderly man inside trimming the grass and a few shrubs, I guess would be the most accurate term. He slowly turns and ponders you after you knock Zarala, and then slowly makes his way down. Yes? May I help you?
Yes, I have a letter of invite here from the master of this residence, Rayhan. I'll show the letter.
Very well. Come with me. And he just starts walking away.
Gate is open.
A letter from Alma to give her a hug.
You actually notice that, yes, the gate actually kind of opened a little bit when Zarala knocked.
Okay. I'll follow along with Artemis.
Yeah, I just push open the gate, follow along.
I will close the gate back to the way we found it once everyone's in.
Where did he go?
It seems you walked inside and just buggered off. Probably to announce your arrival, most likely.
To be honest, I don't think he really cares.
That sounds about right for a butler.
more just kind of a non-committal, detached phrase that he would just say, "Of course, let me get on with that." So it's nothing major. It's just a kind of simple response.
Yeah.
Just
I'm going to let
goes on with his day.
Artemis and Selenia go in first, because Selenia is...
I'm not going to push past
Nope.
anyone here, so...
Alright, so as you enter Zarala, you see an... Where is it? Where is it? You see a bald-headed man making his way down this set of stairs, towering at 6'5". He seems to be rather willowy and spry, and in general good health for someone that of his approximate age. As you take a look at him.
What is that him there? Yeah.
I hear that someone is looking for me.
Yes, Rayhan. Hello. Zarala.
Ah, yes. The traveler I recruited. Who are these?
Am I correct in understanding that Alma sent a notification of our coming?
She sent a letter with you.
Okay. Then I guess that would be we were sent by Alma and present the letter.
Ah,
Great Princess Alma.
Wonderful. How is the lass?
That is a rather lengthy story.
Is she doing all right? What's she been up to?
Right now, she is helping with the recovery and the rebuild of Katapesh. Sorry, Calamarain.
Ah, wonderful. So her endeavor was successful. Grand. Yes. Oh, please. Before I forget my manners again, take a seat. Make yourselves at home. I'm sure my man here, Armani, will be in with refreshment shortly.
Not enough seats.
I'll lean against the wall.
It's fine as
Does
long as you.
Does the Lady Zalia have a seat?
I would definitely. Selenia would give up her seat, of course.
Oh, that is that's a single seater.
Well, in this
case,
Artemis could offer her lap. Wait, Artemis could offer her lap to Artemis?
Exactly.
How do you offer your lap to yourself?
With great skill.
And dexterity require more dexterity.
If Sharon is sort of leaning against the wall or the back of the chair, then depending on where the lady goes, then it will depend on where Meredith goes. But I would imagine Meredith will perch herself on the arm of a seat next to wherever Eliza goes.
Yeah, Selenia doesn't have a problem for moving for nobility, and we'll let Zara. I'm still Zarala, still working on the name. Zarala, have a seat.
Zarala.
Zarala. I will get to the
Zarala.
Zarala.
I would probably speak up and say, it appears that we might be a little short of seats. If there's something.
Sorry, I don't generally have many guests. I'll see if Fetterman can scrounge an extra one up.
Oh, it's fine. I don't need to sit down. I don't mind. You take my seat.
And then I kind of look towards Jaren, who's currently leaning against the wall. And then back to you. There's a little hint.
Back to who?
Oh, was it Zara? Zarala. Oh, sorry, I looked at Zarala, and then glanced over to Jaren, then back to her. It's like, he needs one.
I'm just leaning up against the wall. I'm just leaning near this window, kind of looking into the room, looking outside, looking back, kind of.
I'm probably going to glance around the place to see if there's like any kind of paintings or like other kind of antiques kind of like put around.
Like a chair, so I'll perch on whatever that is.
So I'm just going to get a general idea of what the room looks like.
You know what? I'll just deal with this myself. And for the next minute, you see him kind of tracing a few sigils, making a few mutterings, and reaches over and plucks a piece of wood out of the back of the sofa that Artemis and Selenia are on. And
because I would see that that's probably a spell. Would I recognize the spell?
You can make an Arcana check.
That would be 25.
Very well. He is casting the spell Minor Creation. And when he finishes the incantations, you see the wood in his hand kind of start growing, reaching out across, and creating a couple of chairs. A bit rudimentary, but they should do for now.
Full of surprises. Didn't know you were adept at creation.
That's merely one of the more handy spells I have had access to. My real gifts are in regards to the planes. Currently, I'm working on a study of the Well of Many Worlds, although I've yet to be able to get one, so I can bloody start cataloging, and that was originally why I hired you, Zarala, to see if you could procure me one. But that is something we will discuss later. For now, the more pressing matter is why Alma would send you lot to me.
Perhaps it would be best if you consulted the letter first.
Oh, the letter is quite clear. You've found something of great power, and you need my expertise. What it is, she will not say. She says for need of secrecy.
Exactly. For safety reasons, it was safest to not discuss it. Are you certain you want us to bring it out here?
Modest as my abode may appear, you will find only the Pact Master's palace to be as well guarded against prying. And even then, that may be something I would be willing to contest with them. I have lived here for the last 40 years, and have built enough enchantments upon this place that I am certain even a god would not be able to pry upon me without undue reprimands.
Very well. Selenia will motion to Artemis to retrieve the scroll, and not letting go of it, show him what we have.
It's a scroll.
Yes, perhaps take a moment to see its power.
I'd probably whisper to Zarala, like, get ready to catch him just in case.
Let's see. Selenia, you and Artemis, with your keener ears, would be able to hear him muttering, Alma must be getting on if she is sending people for me to identify scrolls. I need to have a word with that young one. But then he goes ahead and starts to examine it. Frowns, and then starts to cast some magic. The first one erupts into a bright flash, and the smell of something burning. He exclaims, "That's an unusual effect. Okay, let's try this then." He grows a little bit more animated and starts casting another spell. His face kind of seems to shimmer as light appears behind his eyes, and the devil's blasted. What is this?
You can understand why
he is completely ignoring you, consumed by the task of figuring out what this is. And as he moves on to a third spell, pulling out a few components, a few arcane objects, he sets them in a pattern around him and again starts chanting and canting. After a minute, all the components on the ground shrivel and wither into dust. One of his focuses, a mirror, cracks and shatters. And he looks up at you all, suddenly beaming. Do you know what this is?
only in the vaguest sense.
In all the years that I've done my projects, one that has constantly eluded me is the legend of Kakashan. I have seen thousands of shams and forgeries, hit endless number of dead ends. But this just might be it. Oh, the legends say it was created by that wizard king, Nyx, to serve as a portal to a paradise, and an impenetrable bolt hole if he needed. Similar to how a bag of holding opens into its own reality, this scroll is said to contain an entire world inside of it. The scroll is not the world itself, but a doorway to that realm. It is said that this realm had a paradise, a laboratory, menagerie, a hunting ground, even a tomb. All of these and more, with each one having their own island within this realm. However, after the war with Geb began, the legend gets a bit less detailed, sadly. Some of the tales point towards Nyx being dissatisfied with Kakashan, as if he'd grown bored with it. However, when he disappeared in 576 AR, it was said that he had left the scroll behind. And then it was stolen and passed from hand to hand. Some people using it as a prison for their enemies, others using it as parlor tricks for political gain. Some use it as a vault for the treasures. The problem is, the closer to the current day that we get, the more obscure and inaccurate the rumors get. In fact, there's been no tale of this scroll existing in the last several hundred years, almost as if it were hidden. In fact, if I remember correctly, the last recorded individual to be known to own the scroll was a wizard named Andrathi. He wasn't very well known, so he only appears here and there, mainly amongst old documents detailing the Templars of the Five Winds. If I remember, the legend was about how they fought against an Ifriti warlord named Javul, and that they managed to capture him inside the scroll. But then Andrathi and the scroll disappeared, and nothing until today. Oh, this is incredibly exciting and possibly important, if it is in fact what it is that we believe it to be. If you will permit me, I would very much like to look into this, to research the scroll and maybe decipher some of the writings inside. If this is indeed the scroll of Kakishan, there are protections placed upon it to prevent undesirable entities from being able to open it and to travel to the world within. But if you give me some time, I think I might be able to decipher them and gain access.
We would. The concern is, it is known by some undesirables that we have this, and they very likely have followed us here.
Several attempts have already been made on our lives.
Indeed.
Well, in that case, I offer you the protection of my house. None may enter these grounds without our invitation. And if you wish to be free of this, you may want to make it known amongst the city that you are looking to sell the item. I'm sure that if the news of its existence occurs, there are already interested parties that are already looking for you to make such offers.
Well, I don't believe we would want to sell this, at least yet. And announcing it would only bring more attention to us.
Very well. So, as it is, as I said, you are welcome to stay here. I will may take some time, maybe a few days, maybe a week or two, for me to decipher everything, but I would like to ask, once I have opened it, I would like to request your aid. There is a legend that speaks of the great treasures kept within, the greatest of which was the Ifriti Javul's personal weapon, the Fire Bleeder. Said by some to be a falchion, others, it is a living flame.
Well, let's take a look at the rest of the group. And you would ask us to retrieve this?
I think someone ran into the room, so I think you might have to.
Yes, I think he's been
requisitioned.
Requisitioned by his daughter, probably.
No worries.
Alright. Well, in regards to the Fire Bleeder, I I would ask your assistance in retrieving it. It is something that would be of great interest for me to research. As it is, my home is your home. Make yourselves comfortable, and I shall begin right away.
And what was it that you needed my assistance with?
Well, originally I was going to ask for you to assist me in procuring a well of many worlds, but if this turns out to be what I think it is, that will be taking quite a backseat. I would instead ask for you to aid these individuals in acquiring the Fire Bleeder, if this is the scroll of Kakashon.
Indeed.
Wonderful. Well, as I said,
For now, we will leave the scroll in your custody.
It must
We
be
may
very
come and go
important if you asked for me specifically.
a well of many worlds is extremely rare. Almost half as rare as this scroll.
Well, if it is protection and if it is the security and safety of its keeping, I am more than happy to be on guard for you.
Wonderful. Then I shall
Then we
be
need
up
this.
on the third floor in my library. If you have need, please feel free to reach me in there. But try not to disturb me too often. I would like to start making some progress on this.
Unless any of the party object, I will definitely let him have the scroll. We are free to come and go as we please while you are doing your research.
Absolutely. And if you wish to take a repast with me, you're more than welcome to. It will be somewhat bland fare, just soup and vegetables from my garden, but you're more than welcome to share it with me all the same.
Thank you.
And then let's see if I remember correctly. And then to explain the rooms. So, on the third floor is the library. On the second floor, that is the dining room. Let's see. That is the kitchen. This is the bath. This is a storage room. This is Rehan's personal room. And these are the guest rooms. He will offer to bring in some bedrolls for the additional members of the party who, since he only has room for 3 technically.
There was enough space. I could throw down a cottage.
Okay.
I'd have to
You guys are
remove-
currently in the common room, of course.
It's not big enough.
This, out back here, that is Ermin's house, the groundskeeper. Those are the stables. That is a tool shed. And that is a storage shed.
Okay. Zarala will look around at everybody. Well, I think that's a perfect opportunity for us to relax and have a drink. Could I interest any of you?
I usually do not drink.
You must drink something.
I will accept your offer if that's okay.
Lovely. So, which of my drinks should I distribute?
Alright, and actually,
Yeah, we'll go for some coffee, shall we? Who wants a cup of coffee?
so we are actually going to go ahead and call it, because the next scene is going to be a pretty important one. Don't want Artemis to miss out on that.
Anyone want some coffee? It's a very, very special coffee as well. It's not just your average coffee.
Type of coffee that's been pooped out of a monkey.
No,
Well, this coffee better have the ability to heal lost wounds, otherwise it's going to be just...
each portion of this coffee, if I remember correctly, is about 150 gold pieces.
Goodness.
No,
Right, well,
that's definitely monkey poop coffee.
Party members for it to start going.
Let me see.
alright, well, we will end the recording here.